Hey guys, this is Tashina from Logical Harmony. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and a demo video of the brand new Born This Way full coverage concealers from Too Faced. Too Faced did just launch their super cover concealers. They sent me the full range, and because they're vegan, I was really excited to test them out and kind of just give you guys my thoughts. You guys know I'm such a huge fan of the Born This Way foundation. And because of that, one, I could not wait to try this concealer, and two, I wanted to see how well it held up to the claims. Like I said, there are 20 different shades. This one is the lightest, this one is the darkest, and there's 18 in between. I used 3 different shades today because I wanted to use it to conceal, to highlight, as well as to contour / bronze. Just a little bit about this concealer. So it claims to be hydrating, long-wearing, photo-friendly, and non-comedogenic. You can use it to cover, contour, highlight, and retouch with this super perfecting natural finish concealer / makeup hybrid. So it says it's a multi-use formula for modern and hydrated photo-ready complexion, and it has pigments for maximum coverage with an undefectable. And then it has fully loaded pigments provide It also says fully loaded, oh my God. It does also say fully loaded pigments provide maximum coverage with an undetectable finish for a look so flawless they'll think you were born this way. Let's put this to the test. So let's just get right into it. I did already prep my skin, and for that I used the Too Faced Hangover Primer and the Born This Way foundation in the shade Natural Beige. I really like this foundation. I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to use it today, especially because I'm assuming it's going to work best with the Born This Way concealer. So what I'm going to do today is conceal underneath my eyes, I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to contour with this as well. It might be more of a bronze, I'm not totally sure, we're gonna find out. To conceal, I'm going to use the shade Light Beige. So you can see this is a big doe foot applicator, which is very different. The last vegan concealer that Too Faced had came in like a squeeze tube, and it's been a long time since that one was around. So I've never used one from them actually ever. I never even used that concealer. It's my first time using a Too Faced concealer. So I'm just gonna dot a tiny bit on because it does say that it's very full coverage and very pigmented. So I'm gonna put those right where my skin is the darkest, where I have the most issues, and just kind of dot it around a little bit. Now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend that out. It does say you can use your finger to blend this or a makeup sponge. Those are the 2 things it suggests. So I'm doing a sponge because that's what I prefer. Okay, I put just a little bit on, so I'm gonna look in a mirror close up and see how this is looking. Oh, that looks really good actually. So I'm gonna do a little bit more just for a little extra coverage, but the finish is just like the Born This Way foundation. It's very light. I'd say it's more coverage, obviously, than the Born This Way foundation, but it lays on the skin really nicely. That looks really good. It just looks so seamless with the foundation. I'm gonna add just a touch more. It's a little more than a touch, but I like a bright under eye, what can I say? Now I'm going to use a shade to highlight, so I'm gonna pick one that's a lot lighter. I'm gonna go in with Nude. I'm gonna dot this on to highlight. And I will say too, I'm really impressed by this packaging. It's such a nice, sturdy bottle. It's way bigger than most concealers. This holds 1/2 ounce. The regular bottle of Born This Way, this is 1 ounce. Okay, and let's take a look at that in the mirror. This looks so good. So let me go in with a shade it's probably gonna be to bronze. I'm gonna go in with this one, which is Warm Sand. Let's give that a try, see how that looks. So I would say the formula, it feels like a thicker version of the Born This Way foundation, but it looks the same on the skin. It's not heavy, it feels really nice, it feels moisturizing. Okay, I'm looking at that close up too. This is blending out so well. I'm kind of a little bit in shock at how well it's blending out. I've used other very high coverage concealers and they never blend out this smoothly or evenly. The formula just feels a lot smoother. It feels a lot more moisturizing than high coverage concealers typically are. And it's really lightweight. So a lot of high coverage concealers that I use are cream formulas. And this one being a liquid, it's a little bit lighter. It blends easier. It's a little easier to work with. It does have really nice coverage. I'm really impressed. What I'm gonna do now is set underneath my eyes because I want to see how this product works with powder products. And I'm going to be using the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder today. This is just like my go-to standard setting powder, so I figured it'd be the best one to use. Okay, I'm gonna set under my eyes, and then I'm gonna set areas like my forehead where it's just where my foundation kind of settles in more. And Too Faced does have a Born This Way setting powder that they launched new shades of as well, but it's not vegan. Let's look at this once more to see how that is laying. In the monitor and in the mirror, it looks really, really good. Like really good. But I'm gonna see close up. So I will say underneath my eyes with this powder, it does look a little bit dry right now. I'll try dabbing at that more and blending it a little better. But the finish is still really nice. The coverage is good. It blends out really well. I'm really impressed with this. I seriously feel like it is the Born This Way foundation formula in a concealer. And I was skeptical of that, just to be completely honest with you guys. I'm such a huge fan of Born This Way. I thought there's no way they could replicate that formula in a concealer, and they definitely did. I can tell a lot of love went into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll be back with some more thoughts for you guys. I've now finished up the rest of my makeup in my monitor and in my mirror. It looks even better than it did before. I feel like now it's had time to warm up and kind of meld into my skin and meld into my other products. It looks really good. Let's look at it close up though. I was having a little bit of an issue before with my under eye area kind of looking a little bit dry, so I want to check in on that. And I do also want to see how it paired with the other products that I'm wearing. Okay, the under eye area is definitely a lot better. It's definitely kind of like melded more with the powder. I feel like it's laying better. This looks really good. Like this looks really good. It's not at all cakey anywhere I put it. It's not cakey, it's not patchy, it's not settling in, it's not clinging. I'm really, really impressed with this. I'm trying to think of any sort of like negative critique or I'm just trying to think of any critique to give, and I can't. This looks so good. I am curious how it's gonna wear throughout the day. So like I said, comment and let me know if you guys want a full-on review of that. I might do it here on YouTube. I might do it on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram because I do a lot of cruelty-free vegan beauty reviews there. It just looks so nice. I'm a little bit blown away by this. There are very few concealers that I felt like blended in so well with my foundation and other products where it was immediately like, yes, this looks great. This looks amazing. Like it just looks really natural. It looks really good. Do I think it's full coverage? Yes. Do I think it has a lot of pigment to it? Definitely. I do think it's very blendable. It feels very hydrating. It does not feel at all drying on the skin, which is my issue with a lot of full coverage concealers and foundations. They're just simply too drying. And I know there are a lot of people out there with dry skin who really want a full coverage concealer. And this might be a good option for you guys to try. If you've used it, comment, share your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time.